Hey everyone, I'm David Finz, and on this episode of the Cyber Insurance Imperative, we take a closer look at the recent announcement by the Department of Homeland Security creating a new regulatory body known as the Cyber Safety Review Board, or CSRB, which will be tasked with investigating major cybersecurity incidents. Now, if you follow me on LinkedIn, you know that I tend to view any new enforcement initiatives around cyber risk with a healthy degree of skepticism, both because I myself had my personal data compromised from my time as a federal employee, and because regulations tend to be slow to evolve, which in the world of cyber can leave us fighting the last war. But one reform I can get behind is information sharing to help businesses better understand the threat environment and learn how to protect themselves from cyber attacks. And that is what the CSRB is designed to do. This new entity, which is loosely patterned after the National Transportation Safety Board that investigates plane crashes and train wrecks, will include representatives from various government agencies as well as tech industry executives. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says the DHS is establishing the board, quote, to thoroughly assess past events, ask the hard questions, and drive improvements across the private and public sectors, end quote. The CSRB will produce reports containing recommendations for improving our nation's cyber defenses. Not surprisingly, the board's first review will be focused on the Log4j vulnerability, which we discussed in the inaugural episode of this program. The board expects to deliver its report by the summer of 2022, and it will detail actions taken by the government and private industry to address this security flaw, as well as lessons learned from the response effort. So what does this mean to our viewers? Well, there are two things that come to mind. The first is that you'll want to make sure your own response to Log4j stays up to date. As I noted in our first episode, industry experts are saying this security flaw may be exploited for years to come, because the logging tool in question is used in so many applications. So consider enlisting the help of a cybersecurity firm to get a handle on which of your applications use Log4j, either by conducting a vulnerability scan or generating what's known as a software bill of materials. Bear in mind that the underwriters are already asking their insureds about these precautions as part of the renewal process. The second is to check your cyber insurance policy to understand what triggers regulatory coverage. You'll want to make sure that the coverage is not predicated upon there having been a breach, because regulators now have the ability to initiate enforcement actions for other reasons as well. Now, please note, this is intended as general information and guidance, and you'll want to consult with a qualified insurance broker about your specific coverage needs. If you're interested in staying current on these topics, you'll want to subscribe to our Executive Liability Insights newsletter, which covers the latest legal and regulatory developments not only in cyber, but across the full spectrum of specialty lines coverages. For more information, you can DM me on LinkedIn or email me at david.finz@alliant.com, and we'll keep you up to date with podcasts, white papers, and other great content we offer to help you find the more rewarding way to manage risk. Thanks for watching.